Hey guys, how's it going? So it is Friday, which means it's the day for my video, and as you guys will probably know from the videos from my fellow vloggers, we've been talking about different things as usual. So you've obviously got an awesome variety. So what I've chosen to talk about is talk about my favorite book slash movie slash TV show type thing. And it took me a long time to sort of think about what I wanted to talk about today, because I like a lot of different types of literature, a lot of different types of TV shows, and a lot of different types of movies. What I realised is that recently I've been really interested in dystopian fiction. So if you don't know what dystopian fiction is, it's sort of an exploration of social and political issues by sort of creating a society that is the opposite of ideal. So I mean, probably the most famous example of this would be the Hunger Games, which I'm sure you guys have all heard of, which takes place in a dystopian society where the capital has essentially repressed rebels into their different districts. So I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but there was recently a new movie out called Divergent, and I know it's been publicised quite a lot, so probably be a bit shocked if you haven't heard of it. But it's part of a trilogy by Veronica Roth, basically a set of dystopian novels. So if you guys haven't read them, I would totally recommend them to you. I think what interests me about dystopian novels is essentially that they can be about any sort of topic, and I think that one of the most interesting dystopian novels from, kind of before now, so less recent dystopian novels, would be 1984 by George Orwell, which is kind of this idea of a Big Brother society, and kind of when you read it, you draw similarities to society now, and it kind of makes you think. In some ways, people might call me a pessimist, because I do see a lot of things that are wrong in the world. There are a lot of injustices, and if you've seen some of my other videos about feminism and about LGBTQ rights, you'll know that I'm extremely passionate about these things. So I like the exploration of dystopian fiction, because you can see a reflection of it sometimes in modern society. We haven't reached that point, but society sometimes seems so volatile that we could reach that point. There's leaders out there, mentioning no names, Putin, that really are not standing for justice as they should be. You kind of have to wonder what is left for society, and the kind of society that our children and our children's children are going to live in. I think it makes us think a lot about society, and I think, far from being pessimistic, that some of these novels can be slightly realistic. Obviously they kind of exaggerate issues, but when you get to the core of a text, for example, you realize that a lot of the issues are prevalent in society, and you don't really notice until someone highlights them in such a way that it's right there in front of you. And obviously I know films and books like The Hunger Games and Divergent are fiction, and that's the whole point, and that they have subplots of love and all that sort of stuff, but I think that makes it all the more real. And essentially I think everybody should have a go at reading dystopian novels, even if you just have a go and you don't like it, because I know a lot of people don't really like the idea of seeing society through a lens of fascism or anything like that. Even in history, because that's what I want to study, you can see the effects of dystopian societies, most obviously Nazi Germany. Imagine if the whole world was like that. That is essentially what these writers write about so well. So if you guys haven't had the chance or haven't been interested in the dystopian genre before this video, I hope that you guys will take the chance maybe to read it. Like I said, I would completely recommend the Divergent series. They're very well written and they're just amazing, and the movie adaptation is quite close to the book. And if you guys have any recommendations for dystopian novels, please tell me down below, because I really don't think I've read enough of them, even though I do love the genre. Hopefully you guys will get a chance to check out my fellow vloggers videos, because they are awesome as always. And I obviously hope that you guys have an amazing weekend. Stay safe and stay fabulous, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.